Hello everyone, I am Adam Sheard and I'm from the Language Arts Institute, and welcome to part 3 of our pronunciation bootcamp. So over the past few times we've been working on our pronunciation and some of the basic consonant sounds. We talked about the stops and the fricatives, and this time we're going to talk about affricate consonants. Now, the affricate consonant sounds are kind of a combination between the stop and the fricative. So before we go, I hope that everyone here remembered their handy dandy mirror. So I got my mirror here as well, so that I can look inside my mouth and compare the graphic here with what's going on inside of here. So get my mirror ready. We're going to start with the first sound here.
Cha.
Cha. Now, you notice here that this sound has our tongue moving right up here, behind the alveolar ridge. We go cha. This sound here, you notice that it feels like there's a little bit of pressure that builds up in your mouth and then release. Right? So let's try this sound together. Please repeat after me. And use your mirror to check that your tongue is moving like it is in the graphic. Okay? Ready? Cha. Good. One more time. Cha. Okay. This is a very, very good sound. It's very useful. Personally, I love to dance, and one of the common dances is called the cha-cha-cha. So you can see that we have a lot of use for this sound. Let's start with some of our example vocabulary here, starting with the first one. Repeat after me. Chop. Good. Again. Chop. Wonderful. Okay, the next one. Catcher. So you can hear this word often when you see baseball. You know, the catcher is behind the batter. One more time. Catcher. Good. And the last one. Watch. So listen for that sound at the very end. I know it's very difficult to pronounce all of these consonants together, the t and ch. What ch. What ch. If you have trouble, start by saying it slowly, separately. So t, ch, t, ch, t, ch. And slowly move quicker until you can say the whole thing. So again, watch. Very good. You can hear me say this one quite often because I often say thank you for watching my videos. All right, let's move to our next sound, which is the
Ja.
ja sound. Similar to the ch sound, ja is in the same position with your tongue just at or slightly behind here, the alveolar ridge. Now, when we say this one, of course, the difference is that it is voiced. So you feel when you say ja, there's a vibration here. You feel it right here. Ja. Right, so please repeat after me. You can hold your hand here if you want to check. Ready? Ja. Good, again. Ja. Excellent. Okay, let's do a few of these vocabulary here. So starting with the first one, an important one. Job. Good, again. Job. Okay, now this is a good word. You can use it quite often. For example, my job is teaching language. I do language and sociolinguistics. What's your job? I'd love to be able to hear from you. You can tell me in your comment section below. Let's go on to the next vocabulary here. We have badger. Good, one more time. Badger. And this is an interesting word. It means both an animal you can search on Google, it also means to annoy someone or bother someone. How about the next one? Cage. Good again. Cage. Excellent. Let's do a few more sounds before we finish today. Let's go on to the nasal consonants. Of course, the nasal meaning something to do with your nose, these sounds will have a lot of influence, or they will receive a lot of influence on your nasal sounds. So let's start with the first one here. We have right? Now you notice here that the lips just come together. The rest of the mouth is in a neutral position. All that's happening is the lips come together and you make the voiced vibration sound. So starting again, repeat after me. Good, again. Wonderful. Now you see when we look at the vocabulary, we're going to be using this sound, and as soon as the mouth opens, we will finish the word with usually a vowel sound here. Let's start with the first vocabulary. Mask. Good. Again. Mask. Excellent. Actually, today is Halloween, so some people will be wearing a Halloween mask. I actually dressed as an animation character this time, but I did not have a mask. I only had some fake hair. The next one is amount. Good. One more time. Amount. Make sure as we're looking in our mirror here that we can see our lips coming to a close. Amount. Good. The next one can be a little bit difficult for some ESL learners because it has a combination of the L and the M. So let's repeat this one. Calm. Good. Again. Calm. One thing that you'll notice is that especially American or Canadian English speakers, we have a very light L sound, a very light L sound in there. We don't say calm, we say calm. It comes almost to like a half L sound. However, if you listen to perhaps some British speakers or some other English dialects, you might not actually hear the L sound at all. Okay, continuing on to our next sound, we have the sound. Now this one, you'll notice, we have our tongue coming up right to the alveolar ridge, right here. And what we're going to do is make our voiced sound by using both our nasal cavity and our throat here. So saying So repeat after me. Good. And again. You notice here that we have the two things happening when we do a voiced sound. We have both the back part of our mouth here, which is also functioning to use our nasal action, and also you notice that there is the vibration happening in the throat as well. Right? So you can almost feel the sound coming out your nose. That's what it kind of feels like. Okay. Now let's try some of the vocabulary, starting with the first one. Knob. Good. Make sure you look in the mirror there. Make sure that we have our mouth is not closing here like the M. It's still open. See that where my tongue is? Knob. Knob. Okay. One more time. Knob. Good. Moving on to the next one. Pin. Good. One more time. pin. Good. Okay, now for the next one, this is kind of a combination of some sounds here. But this one, it's quite common in English. I know it's also in some other languages. In Korean, for example, we have this sound. However, in some other languages, we do not really have this kind of sound, like Japanese, for example. So taking a look at this one. This one, the back of our tongue is rising up to the back of our mouth. You see here, we go, You hear how the tongue is not going up like it was in the N sound. Instead, the tongue is in the same position, but the back of the tongue is going up like this. So looking in with our mirror, I go, I can see the back of my tongue going up to reach the back of my mouth. If you are not used to this sound, you need to practice this sound to really understand it and use it properly. Okay? So let's do a couple examples here. We have first, singer. Good, repeat. Singer. Excellent. And one more. Ring. Good, one more time. Ring. Right, like a ring, wedding ring on the finger. Actually, my Halloween costume had a ring and it was too tight, so I put it on and I couldn't get it back off again. It was horrible. All right, so thank you for joining me for part 3. In part 4, we will be finishing all of the consonant sounds. So we'll be doing part 4 on Wednesday. All right, so thank you very much, and I hope that you learned something. Please try to practice these sounds. Don't forget your mirror, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Don't forget to check out all of our other wonderful videos about learning English through movies, and also our other 2 videos on pronunciation if you haven't watched them yet. And please leave a like or subscribe. These help me a lot, and if I see that people like them, then I'll make a lot more of these kind of videos in the future. So remember, learn smarter, not harder. Take care. Bye-bye.